All right, everybody, welcome back to Beans No Ball Super Bowl 59 recap. And boy, was this a Super Bowl to remember. Look, first off, I just had to say, I know this isn't game related, but let's talk about that score bug, man. I know this is kind of like a little point of conversation. I know me and you went back and forth with it. What the hell was that score bug that Fox just came out with this year, man?
Yeah, I thought I honestly they should have just stuck with the base one they had used for the regular season. Cause
And
this,
and I know that
I would say it's
that,
the best scorebook we've seen in recent time, which is the current Fox one for the
uh-huh.
regular season. They should have just stuck with that because I know the one they used for the Super Bowl it leaked a couple days ago, and I was just like,
And I
what
know
the
we
hell
were
is
going back and
this?
forth with that.
Yep.
I never saw that leak. I saw that little one that kind of looks like the CBS ones. That little long one down below. Maybe I could put that up. But just in general, like, hey, yeah, I guess there was that leak for that. Just regardless, it looks so low effort. It looks so, I don't know, almost looks AI generated, doesn't it?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know a lot of things. It looked like a Fortnite font, to be honest. I know that was a little running joke there, but
Exactly.
hey, with every Super Bowl, we're gonna get a new score bug, and at this
And
point,
which we
just
know,
look,
yeah, like
I don't know.
it's always a big deal. You debut your new score bug in the Super Bowl with every one of these networks, but Fox definitely dropped the ball with this one.
Yeah, exactly. But nonetheless, there. Now let's get into the actual game here. The Philadelphia Eagles take down the Chiefs 40-22, being their second Super Bowl win in recent time here too. Jen Hurts finally securing his first Super Bowl win since entering the league in 2020. Nick Sirianni, just a lot of things went well for this Eagles team. So let's get started with that defense as well. I mean, it's just they really got to Patrick Mahomes and that whole offense. They just weren't looking good. I feel the Philly defense was the main factor here into this too. I mean,
Hey,
Cooper
all
DeJean
credit to
first
Vic
career pick.
Fangio, man.
Yeah, Vic Fangio absolutely was cooking on defense as well, and I'll get to the offense as well here in a bit too. But Cooper DeJean first pick, and that first pick ended up being a pick six there. That pretty much was kind of building up the momentum for the Philly defense there too. Now
Which,
with the offense there, Jalen Hurts
getting
and
to
Saquon.
that specific part of the game, at this point, this one I was telling you, like, oh, hey, Super Bowl doesn't start until Mahomes goes down 10. And, I kind of thought this one, like, okay, you go down 10, you kind of start locking in. Maybe you go into halftime down 3 or down 7. Cooper DeJean comes in with that pick six, and that just changes the whole complexity of the game. You're down 17, eventually everything else happens. You're down 24 at halftime, but, that pick six pretty much set the tone that, yeah, the Eagles weren't going to let the foot off the pedal in this game.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm also giving a lot of credit to that defense there too. But even on the offense there, at least Saquon he was contained for the most part. But Jalen Hurts, like I mentioned there
Only
before
57
too.
yards.
Yeah, exactly. So at least Spagnuolo they did what they could with Saquon, but when we're looking at Jalen Hurts, he's still deadly on the ground with his legs and actually getting involved a little bit more in the pass game. I mean, look at his numbers: 221 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, just one pick there too. So obviously, there's a lot of clean football for the most part for Jalen Hurts side, outside from that one pick there. So really good stuff on both sides of the ball there too. But for the Chiefs, everything just went wrong. The whole offense was not clicking. They absolutely could not avoid the pressure from this Philly defense there, from this Philly defense. And in the defense, they couldn't stop the offense at all. Even with stopping Saquon, the pass game is exactly what they were really was one of the big weak spots. And after halftime, again, really, if it's just like it happens. If you're down big, you can't get two big stops. Right when second half starts, it's just really you just gotta call again there too, and that's exactly what we saw here for the Chiefs. It was really sad that they went out this ugly, but at least for the Eagles, securing that second Super Bowl win in recent time there too. Second one I've witnessed from them, and still zero from this team that unfortunately I'm supporting. So I'm in big shambles there too. But this whole Philly team around there, I know Jalen Hurts. I know damn well he's celebrating with this whole team right now, very very well.
Hey, for what it's worth, hey, say what you mean. Obviously the Cowboys, it's gonna hurt for you, but hey,
Mhm.
all the hate Jalen got for all this
Exactly.
time ever since,
Yeah.
hey, the recognition better be as loud as the hate. And all that. Hey, he's gonna. He better get what's coming. Phenomenal for what he's gotten to do, and just in general. Hey, all credit to them. Obviously the big part was having to, like I already mentioned, the Vic Fangio defense, just everything that we have to say. And I think the only thing, I am a big fan of, this Eagles defense. I'm very happy for a lot of these guys, but unfortunately, CJ Gardner-Johnson is a Super Bowl champion. That's the one thing that kind of just, stings me in the heart. But I'm gonna bring my Rams into this one thing that I do have to say. Rams were the only team that was pretty close to actually being this Eagles team. We're 13 yards away. obviously, my main thing, we would have ended up coming back to beat that Commanders team. And hey, what could have been, we could have been the team to blow out the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, stop the three-peat, and get Stafford a second ring. But all what could have been. We'll see what goes into this offseason. But just overall, I mean, it's just, I mean, truly astounding to see what ended up happening to the Chiefs. To go out so sad. I mean, exactly what you said. The way to go out, with your chase for a three-peat and see this happen. I mean, just to see the tale of two sides. I mean, as good as it is to see, obviously, Nick Sirianni being on the hot seat, all the questions. I mean, we were talking about it so much throughout the offseason. He needs, a big year to actually maintain his spot. If not, maybe he would be on his way out in Philly. Super Bowl champion now. So obviously, all the doubters, all the hate, shut up for everyone in Philly. Sucks to see for you, having to see them win another ring. But I mean, hey, fun for them. Also, I guess, I don't know, maybe we could throw in, what you thought of that halftime show with Kendrick, man. I know you're personally, you're a pretty big guy on him.
I mean, honestly, it was a good performance. Don't get me wrong. Still love, and I don't know.
Too much of the new songs, man.
Drake's hurting a lot. Yeah, it was a lot of GNX bloated with the new songs. I would understand it was his new album, but I mean, come on. When you have bangers like All Right, I know you mentioned Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, Duckworth, XXX.
That hurt me that he
like
didn't throw that one in, man.
Yeah, that's the only thing I would say that's underwhelming, which is the song lineup. Really wish he put, did more songs from, Good Kid, Mad City to Pimp a Butterfly, both the two of those biggest albums. But hey, nonetheless, I would say still a great performance there too on, everything that's been going around there. That's probably my I would say that performance probably my most joyful moment of the night.
Hey, lucky man, I loved it. It was better than Usher last year. All I could say for that.
Yeah,
hey, commercials cook too. Hey, can't complain. I wasn't really paying attention to them as much as I usually do, but hey, they were all right. But overall, I mean, disappointing game in the end of it. But hey, for what it's worth, I mean, hell of a way to cap off another phenomenal season. Hey, third year doing this with you, man. I mean, it's been another hell of a ride. Can't wait to get into year 4, and can't wait to just keep this going. I mean, kind of a nice little growth that we've been getting these past throughout this playoff season. I mean, I guess like a nice little, little growth. The video's been doing pretty good for what it's worth. So hey, let's take this momentum going into year 4. Can't wait to get into another one with you. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you like and subscribe, and can't wait to kick off another off season with you guys. Thank you.